Hello everybody, hey, welcome to Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. How you doing? Habba-dabba-doo. It's Friday, July 19th, 2024, about 6:45 p.m. California time. And we're going to do some Old Style Classics Baseball cards, oddball adjacent cards. I'm going to move on to some box set stuff. I'm sure you all are very familiar with this kind of stuff. Or if you're not, then we're going to show you about this kind of stuff. These little box sets that you can either get like at the Walgreens and Kmart and Woolworth or KB and all that. I don't have them all, but ones I had in my oddball box I'm going to go ahead and start showing you. Tonight we're going to start with Flair, but before we move on, Incognito, Clyde DeWinnie, Medicine Man, Vicarious the Pot, cool. Little tool action going there. Vicarious the Pot. Clean cheap shots. Value vintage cards, Aaron. And let's see what we got here. Stooks. And Medicine Man. Angry Old Man. Just Your Average Geeks, and so on. Thank you all for commenting. I'm not going to read the comments out because otherwise they're pretty longer comments, so it just take a long time. But let's see what we got here, folks. Looking at old YouTube, and looks like I'm at 147 subscribers, so that's pretty cool. Thank you, folks. Says I got 34 in the last 28 days, so keep them coming, folks. Anyone who likes this kind of random stuff, like yesterday's rando video. Alright, so let's not waste too much time here, folks. Now, some of these cards I just have singles. I didn't even get the box set, but I got the singles over the years. So we'll start with my PC guy, Andre Dawson, 1985 Flair Limited Edition. So these cards are cool, but they got better as time went on. Let's just put it that way. So this isn't the greatest image of Andre, and it's got pretty nice back though. That's pretty sweet. And as you can see here with my magic wand, my pointing stick, which I bet you nobody has any idea what that is except for everybody. Alright, that's 8 of 44 right there. Montreal Expos. Beautiful back on that card. Straight out of my binder. So there's a limited edition. So obviously I don't have that complete set of 44 cards. Now the thing with these kind of cards is they're usually not as valuable as other cards, even though you get some great names in here, because you're guaranteed to get those names in there. So you know, back in the day when you were chasing Mark McGwire or something like that, you knew you were getting Mark McGwire in here. And every one of these boxes would have had a Mark McGwire. So I think just like other oddball cards, and oddball adjacent, which these I would consider, and I'll explain that in a few minutes, you knew what you're getting every time you opened a pack. So I guess that it's not as random as opening wax is part of the reason that the value might be a little less. But let's go back, and then they did some star stickers. I don't know if I think you had to open packs, but I figured I'd throw these in there because they didn't really have a place otherwise. But that's number 32, Andre Dawson. So that is an 86, I believe. So just like the Michael Jordan stickers and stuff from Flair, NBA ones. Then we got another one, bright green. Of course, they didn't do a great job on the old quality control with the stickers, especially. But Flair ones were cool because they had a regular card back, so it might as well just be a card. You know what I mean? So that's an 87. So he was playing for the Cubs by then, but they didn't know it when they printed these out. That's cool. It's got the little strike zone thing there. Let's see, then Here's another box set that I'd never even seen the box set other than this card. That also is an 87 Andre Dawson. And this is 13 of 44. As you can see there, last stats on that was 86, so that means this is an 87. Just says right down there. Nothing in the mail today, nothing new to open. I'm just going to skip, I'm just going to show these loose ones that came out of the binder. Andre Dawson here, star stickers. I like the backs on these. Just that black and white, kind of classy. This would be an 88 star sticker, number 79. So you must have been able to get these in some kind of wax packs. Pretty stuff. Nice. I like to collect those things. A little easier to collect than, let's say, Top stickers or Panini or any of those papery ones. Alright, then you got the 88 Baseball All-Stars Flair. Now this is one from my old binder, so it's got a little bend in there, but it's not really super valuable card, and it's just binder stuff. So that's number 10. So I think this comes out of a box set, but this is 88 Flair. Alright. And then this is one I had just recently ordered off of eBay. So I got this last few weeks. Baseball's Exciting Stars Flair 88. It's probably cheaper to just buy the box, people, than buy the individual card, but sometimes you get on a roll and you just buy stuff. So that's number 13, 1988. Alright. So we are going to show you, let's see which one's first. No, I'll do this one first because, no, wait a minute. Flair Limited Edition. Yeah, so unfortunately for me, this one did not have my boy Andre in this one. So these, now here's the deal with these cards, especially as time went along, like by the time 87 come around, these cards are such better quality cards than like the flagship sets. Now Flair, that might be a little debatable, but like this card stock seems a little better. But like the Topps ones, just pop this Kmart one in there. They're like super gloss with the non-cardboard back, like the paperboard backs, like that white there. And these cards were just a lot nicer than regular cards usually. And a lot of times they did pretty decent quality control on the actual cards. And you got all these superstars. You know, they're obviously big from the year before. So the reason they're in these boxes, or they're highly collectible for some reason. You can see a ton of Hall of Famers right there. Robin Yount, Dave Winfield, Lee Smith, excuse me, Mike Schmidt, Jim Rice, you know, Tony Gwynn. You know, just a ton of superstars in here. So these were always cool. I'm surprised they're still together because, like, back in the day, now these boxes I actually got myself back in the day. And you know, you would take out your favorite cards like the Andre Dawson or the Mark McGwires and the Jose Cansecos, and then they may never end up back in the box. But I think somewhere along the line, I put them back, except for the Dawsons. So you got Floyd Bannister. I mean, just look at how nice those cards are, folks. Red, white, and blue with that yellow there. Just beautiful. They got the logos. This is oddball adjacent because these ones you could probably buy at all kinds of different stores. That kind of, consider it kind of like a loss leader. It's trying to get you into the store. You buy these cards for like $2. It's like $2 or $3 for one of these little boxes. And, you know, they're hoping you would go to the store and buy that, and maybe your mom would do some more shopping or something like that. So there's Floyd Bannister. So we're going to kind of zip through these a little bit. Marty Barrett. I'll just show you a few backs. We'll show you the backs of the big guys. Steve Berdosian. There you go, George Pell. Look at his hat. Doesn't fit on his afro there. He was he was American League MVP that year. Had a bunch of home runs, like 45 or 44. Hall of Famer George Brett, posting the big hat there. All right, big chase at the time. Jose Canseco, the Bash Brothers. So he was probably in my binder at one point in time and made it back into here. So Jose Canseco, Joe Carter, Superstar, Will Clark. I'll show you the back for you Bay Area people, since I live in the Bay Area. The Cubs lost today. They were on Amazon Prime, and I caught the 8th inning on, and they were losing 5-0, ended up losing 5-2, so they came back a little bit, but there you go. Roger Clemens. You know, they got the super kind of glossy. They're like an insert card, like one of those all-star cards from a rack pack or something. Very good quality. Usually, you know, this centering is off a little bit there, but it's usually pretty good centered. Glenn Davis. Mike Davis. These seem to be in alphabetical order, folks. Lenny Dykstra. So unfortunately, we just got through the D's and no Dawson in this set. So they're cool looking cards, I think. John Franco. Flair, by this time, 87, had some pretty high quality stuff. Julio Franco. Steve Garvey. So solid superstars, if not Hall of Famers. Some of the best players of the day. Kirk Gibson. Doc Gooden, Dwight Gooden. Probably thought that was going to be worth a lot back then. There you go, Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn. Poor centering on that one. And they patinaed a little bit over the years, but just keep it in the little box and they stay in pretty good shape. You can pick these things up for like $1 at flea markets and stuff like that. But you can get some of your best people that you collect if you collect these 80s guys. Teddy Higuera. Kent Herbeck. Wally Joyner. No, I know I want to do my oddball pre-war stuff, but we went out to eat after work and then took a while getting home with traffic, and I just want to get some episodes out. So I'll get around to tracking down all my pre-war stuff, and then do that sometime this weekend, hopefully. Mike Krukow. Mike Marshall. There you go. Don Mattingly. A lot of Don Mattingly fans out there, so let's give him a minute. And the limelight on old style classic baseball cards. Odie McDowell. There you go. Jack Morris, Hall of Famer. Junk Wax Heroes favorite pitcher. Lloyd Mosby. There you go, Dale Murphy. You'll give Dale Murphy some time. All right, Eddie Murray, Hall of Famer. Racking up stacks, Eddie Murray. Tony Pena. There you go for all you Pirates fans. Tony Pena, 32 of 44. Jim Presley. Jeff Reardon of Montreal. Jim Rice, there we go. Boston. HOF. Pete Rose, probably going to get in there someday. Just not while he's alive. Alright, Mike Schmidt. I tend to like these ones better, the portrait kind of shots over the action ones in this set. Mike Scott. And look at this, they made a mistake, folks. So that one's got a little chipping and stuff up there on Hall of Famer Lee Smith. That's okay because they accidentally gave me two. So unfortunately, some kid back in 1987 got a box that was probably missing a Lee Smith card and never could figure out what happened to it. Well, there it is, dude. I got it. They put two Lee Smiths in this box. And I vividly remember that. Back when I got it, I was like, oh, cool. I got a double of Lee Smith, Chicago Cub. Of course, he wasn't a Hall of Famer back then, but he was on my team. Gary Ward, Dave Winfield. It's funny how that white's patinaed though over the years. Maybe a little acid in that paper. Todd Worrell. And then Hall of Famer Robin Yount. Looking pretty disgusted at something. Alright, Robin Yount. Have kind of a 86 Flair Michael Jordan rookie card kind of feel to the back there. But very pretty cards on the front. Not the best box set, but it's pretty solid. And for a few bucks, you can't complain. You're getting a decent amount of Hall of Famers and superstars, and basically all superstars at the time. So it's like couldn't go wrong. So, alright, now we'll get to a little better one for me. This is the 87 limited edition. Baseball's best. Not baseball superstars, but baseball's best sluggers versus pitchers. Logo stickers and trading cards. I think I took the stickers out of these because I didn't really care about that. Alright, here's the check. Well, I'll show you this first. Flair. Alright, nothing on the bottom. There's your checklist if you'd like to pause that. Alright, let's let this refocus, folks. Dang glasses. And if you look at number 12 there, that's the card I was excited about. Alright, so standard box. These ones fronts aren't as good looking, but and it's got a little bit different back, so it's a little interesting. Kevin Bass. So I want to show you the backs. Probably be a little more difficult to show the backs. 44 card set, like we said. Certain sheets that they print, you can pull 44 cards off of, and that's why you got 44 card sets or 33. It's the size of sheet of printing paper they used. You can get one full set out of one of those sheets, and that's why they are the way they are. Jesse Barfield. Alright, just a moment, folks. Get this organized. George Bell. MVP 1987 for the American League. It's 47 home runs. Of course, it's going to show you 86 stats. But nevertheless, MVP the same year as Dawson, his counterpart. There you go, Wade Boggs. So, another Hall of Famer, well, a Hall of Famer right there. Mr. Wade Boggs. Not a bad looking card. Sid Bream. He deserves to be shown the back of the card because he's modeling it up there pretty good. Got a good pose going, trying to get the ladies' attention. What's up, baby? You like that stash? Clean and not all bushy. Alright, Hall of Famer George Brett without a hat. So, interesting card. See him without a hat. Young. Looking pretty young there. A lot of stats. Ivan Calderon. Wow. Forgot about Ivan. Haven't heard his name in a while. Ivan Calderon. Let's give Ivan a little bit of limelight because he's got a cool name. Alright. There's the other chase at the time. Jose Canseco. So Mr. Jose Canseco. Please pause these videos if you want to see them a little better. Jack Clark. Solid. Slugger, of course. Roger Clemens, one of the best pitchers at the time. Pretty early into his career, the 4th year maybe. Had a lot of success ahead of him and failure. If you know what I mean by failing. Anyway, sorry, Clemens fans. Eric the Red, Eric Davis. Great Eric Davis. Alright, folks, gotta speed this up. Jeopardy's on. There it is, folks. I had to pull them out of my binder to put them back in this. My man, my PC, Andre Dawson, the Hawk. But it got the same. That's what happens, folks, with the I wouldn't put your best cards in a binder. So there he is, my man Andre Dawson. So I'm going to set him back over here because he's going back in the binder. Alright, Sid Fernandez. John Franco. His name to bring back memories, folks. Dwight Doc Gooden. Look at that ERA, folks, 2.28. That deserves a little bit of time. Alright, former Albuquerque Duke, Pedro Guerrero. Los Angeles Dodgers. Let's see what it says here. Yep, Albuquerque in 1977, 78, and 79. He played in old Albuquerque there, if you want to see that. And maybe your town as well, if you're from those other places. So that's cool. Tony Gwynn, Hall of Famer. The great Tony Gwynn. Of course, Flash Mandu, Ricky Henderson, Hall of Famer. Tom Henke, 3.34 ERA, not bad. Teddy Herrera, 3.30. The Brew Crew's old outfits. Pinstripes on pinstripes. Works better when you break it up, I think. Pete Incaviglia. Let's see. Kind of slugging Pete did there early on. 30 home runs, and there's a rookie year, right? So that's pretty darn good. Wow. Alright, Chase Wally Joyner. Jeff Leonard for you San Francisco Giants fans. Joe McGwire. Alright, of course, Donnie Baseball. Go Don Mattingly. The Yankees fans. The other big chase, that's the card you wanted. That's, you know, I have my PC Andre Dawson, that's the card I wanted. But this is the card you really wanted to get. That's why you bought this. Look at that batting average, people. A whopping 189. Whoa. So whatever, when he was brought up, he batted a solid 189 and 3 home runs, but 49 home runs this season. So, but this is the one you wanted because McGwire was the big chase. There we go. Junk Wax hero. His hero, Jack Morris. Thank you, excuse me, people. Dale Murphy. Where are we at? 28. These sets are cool. I like them. I enjoyed picking these up. Dave Parker. It's funny when they did the like QVC where they were selling baseball cards and stuff. They would have like the dude going through all the cards and all that, and then he would come across like the Mark McGwire and stuff from this. Oh my God, I've never heard of these cards. Never seen them. Oh wow, those got to be super rare. I don't know what's rare. Would these cards be more abundant than the base set, like the flagship sets, or were these technically rarer than flagship? The only problem is you knew that you were getting all these particular people. Alright, another Hall of Famer, Tim Raines, on top of the last one. That one's got a nice pop, good printing on the back there. They must have re-inked the red there. So that's got some real nice pop. So if you're going to do that, thank God it's Hall of Famer. Jeff Reardon, look at the size of that glove. There you go, Yankees fans. Dave Righetti, 3.01 ERA. You know, the Yankees got a lot of fans, so let's give them a little time in the limelight to reminisce about Dave Righetti. Alright, Cal Jr., Ripken. We all know, solid career. Rhett Saberhagen, 3.41 ERA, 37-29, but playing for Kansas City, so it's hard to fault pitchers sometimes when they don't have great teams around them. Not the best image of Mike Schmidt. I mean, it's different, so it's kind of cool. At least he's kind of got a haircut and he doesn't look all shaggy. But there you go, Hall of Famer Mike Schmidt. The great Mike Scott. Another big chase at the time. Kevin Seitzer. That's why you were chasing him, that 323 average. Everyone expected big things from Kevin. He was a solid player. Darryl Strawberry. Great. Alright, Rick Sutcliffe. My Cubby, solid pitcher. Fan and friend of Andre Dawson. Alright, Pat Tabler, there you go. Indians fans, a little bit of Pat Tabler, so let's give the Indians a little limelight because probably doesn't have a lot to be excited about. And then of course the oddball master through the years, Fernando Venezuela. Anyway, Fernando and Mike Witt. Mike Witt on the Angels, and the Angels don't get a lot of limelight. So there it is, folks. Those are my Flair little box sets, and some of the loose ones that I have. I already showed you in the random and singles. Like I had different singles and random cards. So if I had any extras of these, they would be in those videos or any of the other sets that they did over the years. So that should wrap it up for old Flair. So that was the one kind of oddball thing. You know, I feel like KB or something like that would be a little more oddball because it's enticing you to go to their store and buy stuff that is specifically for their product, which is their stores, like KB, and these are more just kind of random. You can pick these up anywhere that, you know, but they're like in between oddball straight up and regular set because you could get these most anywhere, but they weren't like flagship kind of stuff. So still super cool, a lot of fun, and yeah, when you're a kid, that's a pretty good deal, you know, a couple bucks, you get all these stars instead of just buying pack after pack after pack, and then you got one good player. You know how it is. All right, everybody. So thank you for Baseball Superstars and Baseball's Best, and thank you for joining me on Old Style Classic Baseball Cards. Old Style Classics Baseball Cards. See you later. Bye.